Yo, what's up, everyone? This is Nefrag, and we are on the Arsenal podcast, number 50.
With the big 5-0!
Yeah,
we're old now, so on Social Security.
Well, you can
Social Security is going to shit.
AARP.
You ain't gonna get that. You ain't gonna get that pension when you turn,
Anyway.
65.
Anyway, stop it with the old jokes. Everybody sit your bitch ass down so we can talk about this damn podcast. Now we can talk about the podcast. Oh, this is fantastic.
All right,
We are here on the streets, literally in Bryant Park. I am Gabriel Z/.
Yo, I'm the new guy, Clinton Navigator Bowman.
Yo, welcome.
Yo, it's Omega Nitro. You already know what it is. Big Apple 3 a.m.
What's up, niggas? This is Angry Carlos that do. What up?
Oh, do you become a nut in person or something?
I don't know, man. But
Wait, I'm always a nut, man. What are you talking about?
He is a nut. You can't help it.
and this is Get Silly. It's just keeping it real. Matthew Paul, whatever you want to call me.
Straight up.
And this is wait, where the hell is Hacks?
And I am the head honcho Hacks.
Indeed.
Yo, somebody give that man a mic.
So,
Well, I'm kind of the head hunter because we're the brainchild.
You a head something, but
Anyway, I'm
We
gonna.
all know Neff gets plenty of head.
Actually, that wasn't even an insult.
Yeah, it wasn't because I do.
I'm from dudes.
Yo, dude, stop.
Let's
Keep it legit, guys.
Okay, now so yo, today we just came from a press event Namco had.
Bandai-Namco now.
Bandai-Namco. Bandai,
Showing off some of their new games.
Right.
You know, we're actually, this is the first podcast we're doing live and in person. Everybody, you know, we're just sitting at the round table.
And we're still sober, which is good.
Like here in the Arsenal.
The 2 round table.
Wait, you guys are sober?
Yeah, we're sober.
It was dry?
I don't drink.
That's because you got the merry lifestyle going on, man.
No, but they had quite a few games there. That's going to be released, I think, later this
summer?
year during the fall,
Yeah.
like this autumn. They had
From the summer to the fall.
Yeah. Some of the games they had included MotoGP 14, Naruto Shippuden, Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution. Revolution, yes.
My favorite Project Cars.
Project Cars.
Tales
of Xillia 2. Tales of Hearts R.
Yes.
Tenkai Knights Brave Battle.
Yo, Pac-Man.
Yo, Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures 2. And Ranko Tsukigime.
All right, let me
Longest
say
Day.
that. Ranko Tsukigime.
Which is pretty much cocaine in the game. I was saying it slow just for the benefit of everybody.
Tsukigime.
Another masterpiece from Suda 51.
Longest Day.
Yeah, as well as
Nitro is the Japanese pronouncer, so if you don't say it right,
yeah. Okay, all right. You know what? And then we have one more, the most important one. Everyone's gonna hype for. I think you said it 2. No, the most hype for. I didn't say Mega Force yet. I didn't say Super Mega Force yet.
Yo, you didn't say Power Rangers yet?
Power Rangers, Super Mega Force.
That's because nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Well, that's true. They don't care.
I'm sorry, we got a couple Toku fans that listen.
No, I can't.
We got a couple Toku fans who listen? We got fans who listen?
Yo, we did it. I mean,
Maybe not fans of you, Elf.
I'm a Toku fan myself, and we also have Lords of the Fallen, which is going to be on all next-gen consoles and Steam.
Wait, what about Digimon? Everyone loves Digimon.
And Digimon.
Everyone loves that.
All-Star Battle.
Everyone loved that back in the 90s.
Yo, were the 90s not over yet? What
No, we call it Digistone, not Digimon.
Digidone.
That's a more proper name.
Did it.
That's a more proper name.
Yeah.
So, which one should we talk about first?
Let's get Power Rangers out the way.
No, let's really knock the biggest game out.
You think
Yo, so let's talk about bootleg Dark Souls.
I say Power Rangers.
Power
Rangers out the way first.
Let's do the kid stuff
Let's
first.
get the kitty crap out the way. Let's talk about that Power Rangers and that Pac-Man and that Digidone.
And Naruto out the way.
And Elf getting bodied in Digidone. And Naruto, which like nobody played. Well, Elf played it.
Well, no. Someone else played it, but I thought that was just a ghost of a gamer. Like, you know Harada? Like the ghost of Harada.
Yo, right?
Yeah, word.
Ono just came up and played it all.
He was like, what is going on?
Alright, so the first game we're going to talk about
Rangers.
is Power Rangers Super Mega Force. It is in the vein of all the old Power Rangers beat 'em ups, except more on a 3DS and a kind of a 3D plane. You get
platformer-ish?
Yeah, pretty. Yeah, you get to play as the Super Mega Force Rangers, Super Mega Force Red through Silver, or I'm sorry for all you Toku fans, the Gokaigas.
Gokaiga?
Gokaiga.
Tiger?
Yeah, okay.
That sounds.
First of all, you
I'll
know you
take
messed
your word
up
for
because you
it.
should have at first mentioned Zoo Ranger. That's the first thing.
No.
That's
Here's
the
the thing. No, but you have to understand. You're playing at the Super Mega Force is based off of
and they like morph into the other
Kaisugo
ones.
Sentai Gokaiga.
Oh, okay,
Gokaiga.
okay,
So
okay.
You get to play as them, and you also get to play as every Red Ranger that appeared in America.
Not just every Red Ranger though. They have like the entire original Mighty Morphin Power Ranger squad.
Oh wow.
I.e. Tommy.
Tommy's in there.
And they have like 2 Tom. Well, they probably have like 5 Tommies
At this point.
At this point, but they have the 2 famous.
No,
Tommies.
They do have.
They have the 3 famous Tommies.
They have, but they do have an interesting.
4 technically.
Green, white.
They have
Green, White, Red Zeo, and Red Turbo.
They have. They have an interesting mechanic.
You guys have no lives.
They do have an interesting mechanic by the way of using QR codes that are read by the game to allow you to get new characters.
The Ranger keys, yes.
Yeah, Ranger keys.
But that's if you want to like go to Toys R Us and probably spend an exorbitant amount of money.
You can unlock it through.
With QR codes.
I'm guessing pretty much they bring up the cost of this game, which is around what, $30? Up to about almost 40 with every QR.
So basically, it's Idle Master deals some money.
No, but I mean, what they're saying is they can
trying to be like Skylanders type. Of, everybody is trying to get in on the Skylander craze. I think.
QR code type.
But you have to understand. I was told when I played the game, you don't necessarily have to buy the Ranger keys.
Yeah, you don't.
You can unlock it through playing the game.
Okay,
so that's good. So nobody cares about this QR code stuff.
I don't know.
It's for the kids.
I mean, or the Toku fans who actually collect the Toku, the Ranger keys.
One
and
thing you
things
must
like that.
understand is that the kids have to understand that if you want to get better in life, you have to buy your way to first place.
Yes,
This is a valuable lesson.
That's pretty much
This is a valuable lesson for all the children.
Have you ever played any modern shooting game? Just buy your way first
Or
place.
even just MMOs. Buy your way to the top.
So what was your thoughts?
That's goddamn
What was
sad.
your thoughts on Power Rangers?
I mean,
All right, yeah, the game itself. Let's go.
The game itself was actually pretty decent by Power Ranger standards. All the other Disney era Power Rangers games were pretty trash. The last really good Power Ranger game that came out was, in America at least, was Power Rangers the movie for Super Nintendo. I'm not saying it's close to that, but it's better than what we've been suffering through, including Super Legends.
What the fuck is we? You've been suffering.
You've been suffering through.
No. You see, I gotta relate to the people. So there are people that listen to this that actually like Power Rangers.
Oh, really? There are?
Like I want to
All
be
2 of you?
Yo, that's people.
No,
that's
no, you're wrong. You're wrong.
All right,
all 3 of us.
all 3 of them.
But all right. So from a non-Toku fan Power Ranger perspective, or rather, I was a former Power Rangers fan perspective, because I like Super Sentai, and I used to watch that stuff when I was a kid, and then it got corny. So yeah,
But wait, wasn't it always corny?
Yeah, it was.
That's what I'm saying.
It was always corny, but then it got worse.
Yeah.
No, Disney made it worse.
We're not gonna get into that.
No, that's what happened. It just got worse, and you gotta take it.
You just gotta hold that shit. So yeah, as a former Power Rangers fan, I can say, and as one of the other people who played the game, I don't know if anybody else. Well,
I played it. I played it as well.
Yeah, everybody else might want to chime in, but as far as my personal thoughts, saying that it's good for a Power Ranger game is pretty apt, meaning that it wasn't very freaking good. It kind of, it was very simplistic. Pretty much a button masher. It had a little bit of depth to it with the stars and whatnot, but if you don't really care about Rangers, then you're really not going to care about this game unless you're a little kid who likes to button mash.
I'm gonna co-sign on that because the game was passable but not really engaging in the way some of the other ones were.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. This game wasn't. I can't even say it's passable because first of all, they have 2 different type of gameplay. You can be the regular Power Rangers, and then you can be the Zords. When you're the Zords, it's completely sluggish and slow, and there's really no real art to, no real technique or anything that you need to do. It's just mindless, slow button mashing, and then when you're
Just like a real Zord battle.
Right. Then when you're a Ranger, it has some bad collision detection because it's a beat 'em up. It's like a standard, double dragon beat 'em up. So, you could be slightly below the enemy that you're fighting, and you could hit them and it won't register or anything like that. So I think it needed a lot more time in the oven, and it's pretty much par for the course for terrible Power Ranger games. I wasn't really feeling it.
Let's be honest and throw it out there. Zord battles in any of the Power Rangers games, bar Power Rangers the fighting game, which was based off that the Gundam Wing game that came out for the SNES, is very good at all. I didn't expect it to be good. I didn't expect this game to be good at all. Obviously, it's better than my expectations. My expectations were really low.
Yo, Ivan Ooze, son.
Yo, you want to know my expectations?
Nothing.
Fuck Power Rangers. Kamen Rider, bitch.
Kamen Rider! Not even time.
Kamen Rider game. Yo, the fruit slicer.
Alright, yo.
Alright, so let's get to the next game that we're gonna talk about. Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures 2.
Alright.
Based on the brand new cartoon series that's out on the Hub, this game.
Yeah, it's on the Hub. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the Hub. This game is more or less an adventure game akin to the later Sonic game.
Did you play it?
I saw gameplay of it. I didn't play it myself.
Okay. So yeah, I played that. So
It's a Nitro's eyes, and it's like a demon still. Like I played it.
all right. So yeah, we
What
played
happened
it.
in the Play of Shame?
All right. The play of shame. I was honestly surprised because it wasn't that bad. Like, it was not a terrible game. It was a decent 3D action adventure little platformer thing. It's pretty much like playing Sonic Adventure, where all you do is spam homing attack over and over and over and over and over again.
And you're fine with
Eat the
that.
ghost with homing attack and whatnot. But you run around, you find the little cool power-ups. There's a couple different styles of gameplay where you play with the one chick. I haven't watched the show. Maybe Clinton has. No, he hasn't watched the show either, so he was just talking, I guess.
Cindy
But,
something. I think it was her name. Cindy something.
I don't really know. You'll see footage of it eventually, I guess, if you haven't already. But yeah, where that was kind of like more a shooter, like on the rails type shooter thing. And I mean, for what it was, it looked particularly interesting. I haven't seen anything out of Pac-Man for years. So I mean, it was
Pac-Man game that came out, if I remember correctly.
was
Pac-Man, Ghostly Adventures 1. Besides that, I mean, Pac-Man
What about the
World
DX
was
Championship?
Yeah, DX Championship Edition.
But that was just like
That was actually fucking good.
Though.
It was just a rehash of Pac-Man.
But it was so good.
Yeah, but
I mean, it
that's
was
all you
good.
really need.
But this one was more reminiscent of like Pac-Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was that
Pac-Man
even-
World and things like
was
that.
that even
Pac-Man
good,
World.
though?
I mean, they were alright.
Sorry.
Did that just happen? Did that just happen right
Does
now?
Zordon call
my
you?
God.
Putin?
Yo,
What does Zordon want?
Alpha. We need 5 teenagers with attitude.
Right now.
No, but we can't find any, so we got 6 niggas with attitude right here.
Yo, chill. Seven.
7.
I'm the Secret Ranger.
You're fired at 6 now.
Yo. But all right, so yeah, back to Pac-Man.
Here's the thing. There wasn't really much Pac-Man and Pac-Man. I mean, there was still, you got the aesthetics, you got the Ecos, and you got the pellets. And,
You didn't have to
but-
run from anything though.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a staple.
Plus, there's always been like a mini game in a Pac-Man game where they have.
Like, younger fans of the series don't really know Pac-Man for what it
It's
is.
close to impossible because you can play Pac-Man in any platform on
this
iTunes.
point.
I mean, but still, like, you say that's impossible.
People are familiar with.
I mean,
if you're
we are familiar with put our quarter on the machine and try to beat the first, maybe second level and get like all the way to level like 99, 99, 99.
You put in your quarter and you play until the game breaks itself. That's how it works.
Whichever comes first.
No, the game breaks itself.
So we're familiar with that. The kids now are familiar with what you see on the hub, you know, Pac-Man talking. And I know Hags has a little problem with that.
Going to high school and having real relationship problems.
No comment, Hex?
No comment.
I don't like the new generation of Pac-Man. I think it's completely garbage. The fact that you take a classic icon, you give him legs, you give him arms, you make him around this dizzy world with stupid cartoonish figures. I don't
Preach.
What's that about? Yo, remember the Pac-Man cartoons from the 80s though?
they sucked.
They were horrible.
Yo, let this man preach.
You remember Pac-Man back in the day? That sucked too.
It's true. It's
Pac-Man in the arcade. That was terrible.
Oh, yeah. I
think
remember for the Genesis, yeah.
I think the last real new concept Pac-Man game was Pac-Mania. That was back in the 80s. That was the last
Pretty
one.
much, yeah.
Yeah, so
Basically, Pac-Man's a character that should be left in the past. Remember for what it was in the past time.
Right. Just-
Not for what they're
just
doing
re-
to it now.
right. Just
I don't know. I kind of like Pac-Man with like arms and legs and whatnot because
kind of rehash it for
like
the kids
it was. I played a few of those 3D games and they were fun. And he's going to be in Smash Brothers with arms and legs and doing all that type of stuff. So I can't really hate.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't use it, I mean, it's a waste of an IP. I mean, at least try something with it.
Right.
Yeah, the only
Alright,
thing is
moving
like,
on.
it's Pac-Man. What else do you need to relate to a giant ball that eats?
We need to relate to moving on.
Alright, right, so let's talk about Naruto Shippuden Ultra Mix
I'm going.
Ninja.
And skip. No, sorry, folks, and all you Naruto fans out there, all 50 of you. But
You mean 10 of you?
Well, whatever. Well, no, I'm not gonna front. There's a lot more Naruto fans than that. But like all you Naruto fans, you should feel ashamed of yourself for still liking that series. But
I heard the manga.
so, hey, stop.
Manga?
Stop.
Good?
Yeah, look, we not Clinton. You're not getting this. I'm trying to rush through this. No comment on Naruto. We didn't really get to play it very much. You're gonna get it. It's another Naruto fighting game.
We played it.
Yeah, we played it. Yes.
Same show shaded graphics.
Same shit, right?
Same shit, same broken shit.
It's same one button. Mash, button, mash. Fuck that game.
All right.
Same OP action. More cast members, now even older, and now even more broken than the last time.
Mecha Naruto.
4 fucking cutscenes per quota. Every time that you have an attack, there's a cutscene in it.
Like I said, same shit, different disc.
Also, I'm going to add that this game, and I guess the mini games before it, are following the Malibu Stacy principle. And the Malibu Stacy principle is pretty much, you have a new one come in with a new hat. The new hat is Mecha Naruto. See?
Okay. Yeah. I got
Moving on.
All right, so we're done pretty much with kid stuff unless you want to talk about Tenkai Knights. Who played that? Nobody?
I played it.
All right, so let's talk about Tenkai Knights.
Okay, Tenkai Knights.
What the fuck is a Tenkai Knight?
Tenkai Knights is a 3DS game that at the Namco.
Wow, they did have two.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Well, they had it on like a some kind of
key.
like a mod card. Yeah, like
Yeah,
a mod key for the 3DS. It looks like a Gundam-ish type of mech game mixed with a little.
What is Gundam-ish?
The mech.
You can't say that around Hex, man.
I'm just saying the mechs designs remind you of Gundam a little, like the super deformed
SD
Gundam.
Gundam.
Like yeah,
but
like
it's not
SD.
SD Gundam.
Right,
Say
exactly.
that again.
It's a Gundam ripoff.
The form Gundam was terrible.
It was, but that's not the point.
Super.
But that's not the point.
Deformed.
The point.
Tiny ass Gundam.
Bottom line, you can equip your weapons and little gear and stuff like that. Like wings, you have wings that you can use to fly and stuff for a little bit, like glide a little bit.
No, it's like Gundamoid.
Right, but the combat
Is it a good game?
No, not at all.
Then we don't need to know any more about it, sir.
That's not the shovelware. Yo, let's go to the next game. This game was hype. I think almost everybody here played it. Yo, Ranko Tsukigime.
Ranko Tsukigime.
You're not allowed to say it anymore.
Ranko Tsukigime. Rongestade.
Cocaine the game.
Stop.
It's called.
Just stop.
Yo, if you're going to say it, you gotta go full in, man.
No, I don't. It's Ranko Tsukigime.
Okay, I'm gonna try my hand at pronouncing this game. Ranko Tsukigime is a title from the acclaimed strange game maker Suda 51. It initially follows the story of a girl in high school with the shell-shaded friends.
You want to spoil all that?
No, that's where it starts. Where it ends is beyond your imagination.
How far down the rabbit hole do you want to go, guy?
I'll let you know when I get there. Now, the game initially on its face seems very simple. It's pretty much a straightforward platformer where pretty much you keep trying to run from the left to the right.
It reminds me of Moondivers.
Yeah, Moondive.
Except you're like running away from it.
But
Yeah, there is a
real.
yes.
No, shit doesn't even get real. It's kind of the same thing, but then the story just goes batshit crazy.
Yeah,
And
it's
you're just wondering what's going on. It's crack. It's
cocaine to game video game.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, it's like the game itself are very simple layers, but the story itself just builds on crazy after crazy after crazy in just fantastically strange ways.
There's another Suda 51.
All right. See.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyway.
All right. So yeah. For this Ranko Tsukigime Longest Day.
Yes.
It starts off you're a schoolgirl who has like a pretty weird living arrangement. Yeah, you live in like a parking garage, and there's a story behind it, and then it's like, okay, cool, and then you get into the game, and you're running from shit and slashing stuff and shooting things with a violin.
Yeah.
Because I looked at that and I peeped that, and it was a violin
Yeah, music kills things. Don't you know that?
that was like where the bow was a sword and the strings of the violin could shoot bullets.
Yeah.
And then you're running from like these green hands.
Yeah.
And if you get caught by them, you die. And that's the only way that you die.
That's the other way.
And I'm like, okay, what the hell is going on? And then she's trying to assassinate people, and then you're fighting a dragon.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know what? I'm done with cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Don't forget, you're seeing a whole bunch of crazy animation sequences throughout, between the gameplay and all, through the background. It is crazy. I played it earlier, but I was watching Nitro play it. He got pretty far up into the game, and it was just acid trip.
Words cannot describe what we saw.
All I know is that I would recommend picking up this game just because of how high you can get.
It looks like it's a downloadable title, like because it has that indie vibe to it.
Yeah, it's still fun. I mean, that's the worst part about it. It's actually fun.
It looks like it could be like on PSN or 3 or
What is confirmed is PSN, Xbox Live, Steam, possible Mac release. They still don't have a date for it
Do they
yet.
have a price point?
No, not yet.
That game would kill on the Vita though.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If it comes out on something like the Vita, I mean, I would definitely get it for Steam, if anything, because let's be real, getting most games on Steam is actually a pretty good deal. And this game looks like fun, just sitting on your computer and like, hey, let's play the game. Let's play the game for shits and giggles.
No, you play that game and you just can't go outside for the next couple of days. Everything's just strange to you. I mean, all I know is that I saw a panty shot that turned to a werewolf into a dragon.
Yeah, that was weird.
I was like, the first thing I checked was I on cocaine?
With like cats and fucking schoolgirls and shit.
And then there's a big dog, little fluffy dog chasing you in the next stage, and I'm just like,
you know that dog? That's Maximilian's dog on the damn thing, all right?
no, that dog was brown.
That one was brown. And first of all, let's be for real. For first time in our lives, I actually had to check if I had cocaine. I had to ask the guy, what up there, like, is there cocaine spray in the room ceilings right there?
I like actually seeing what I think I'm seeing here. But
which I have to check right now. There's no white powder, right? No powder, right?
No powder. But I do have to say, if this thing was an anime, I'd watch it.
Yeah,
It did look very anime series-ish. It did.
All right, so you can
it began something like regular boilerplate boring as many of these games do, then it got weirder over the ensuing 5 minutes it told me. And
all right, man, so
I'm buying it. All I can say is I'm gonna buy it when it comes out.
Hex, did you check it out?
No,
He avoided it.
I was elsewhere.
I
was elsewhere, but I saw it and I was like, wow, this looks interesting. And I saw the screen everybody was talking about, and I was like, what the hell? As the entire room proceeded to go over to the game to see what was on the screen. Like, I'm sitting there like, okay, that didn't make any sense.
What we got next, Clint?
I'm sorry.
So the moral of the story, get the fucking game.
No.
Moral of the story is cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yo,
Just cocaine?
Just cocaine.
It's like cocaine mixed with acid and LSD and shit.
Go.
Yo, let's talk a little bit about this. Let's talk about the racing games they had there. MotoGP and Project Cars.
I don't think anybody checked MotoGP. Did you?
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't
Alright,
drive.
so
I don't drive.
let's start with Neff. Let's start with Neff for MotoGP.
All right. MotoGP. Where do I start? Motorcycle game. Traditionally previously developed by Capcom. Previously
that,
developed
THQ.
THQ. Right.
It's a bad sign when the game series keeps passing.
Well, the reason why the reason why it passed is THQ originally had the license, and then they lost it. They lost it by mishap, and Capcom picked it up. And the cool thing about the game is when THQ had it, it was actually a good racing game, solid racing game. When Capcom got it, it started going downhill.
Yeah.
A couple years later, they sold it to Namco.
Yeah.
And I don't think any edition of that game has been solid since then.
I mean, Namco doesn't really do like racing games very well. I think since like their old IPs.
Stop while you're ahead.
Ridge Racer.
I said since they're.
Just stop.
Ridge Racer!
That's where I was going. It's a Ridge Racer.
But check this out.
Destroyed my
You
childhood.
can't just bring up Ridge Racer, man. Like
Game over.
Like you're new, so you don't
Right.
know what happens when you bring up Ridge Racer.
Right. It's right.
Namco has just destroyed that series, but let's keep going.
But back to MotoGP. It's pretty much somewhat of a motorcycle simulation a racer. it wasn't very fun to play. I mean, you know,
Did the controls feel fluid?
no, not at all.
No, you have to say about the thing. I mean, I feel like it was a build of the game and a really alpha build of the game.
But it wasn't, because if it's on the show floor at this point, then it's about to go gold.
Nah, I know that. That's what I'm saying. And that's why I say it felt like it.
Well, maybe we just sucked because every 5
No. Let's be real. I played multiple racing games. That was fucking ass.
So
Right?
it wasn't very good.
Racing games submit you free. Thank you.
Not to, and that's to say that, you know, they didn't even let us change the settings. If I was able to change settings, maybe it could have been better. But as it was, you know, it wasn't really very good in terms of it wasn't fluid at all.
Did it look good?
It looked pretty good. It didn't look like phenomenal or anything like that. But
to the standards that we have now, it looks really good.
It looks decent. It looks.
I mean,
it's
games like that.
graphically it's solid. It's not anything
It was a
great.
PlayStation 3 game, right?
Yeah.
So
It's not anything solid. No. PS4. It was PS4. Yeah. So then it doesn't. Right. So it doesn't look good at all. Not for a PS4 game. So let's move on.
I thought that was PS3.
Yeah. So let's.
For games like that, you know.
But PS4, nah, it's bad. It's whack. But anyway, it wasn't a good game.
So pretty much. So we just might as well just stick to
Right.
Forza.
Right.
Stick to Forza at the point.
Yeah. Stick to anything.
Or what about the other racing?
Project Cars. Hey, this game, Project Cars, they had a demo playing at the press event. This game, I've been waiting for it for a couple of years.
Liar.
Yes, I have.
Okay, he's been waiting years within NEF time. It's completely different from normal time.
Well, NEF time is like 10 years. But I played this game. I mean, I wasn't able to change the settings and nothing like that, you know, because it was a demo, but it felt like I'm going to have some fun with that game. It looks phenomenal. The build they had was on a PS4. It's coming to PC, all the major consoles, even coming to the previous generation consoles. So it's going to be awesome. I'm waiting for that game. They pretty much going to have a good amount of.
Yeah, it's pretty much PS4, Xbox One, Wii U, and PC.
Yeah. So it's not coming into the previous gen.
No, it's coming
my mistake.
it's
Yeah. I thought it was coming to them. Yeah. But it is coming. No. So yeah, it is coming to previous generations. That was right. But that game feels fluid. It feels like it's gonna just be one of the best simulation races out there. It looks like I'm gonna have me I'm gonna have to forget about Forza for a long time.
New Forza sucked, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. New Forza did suck, but
Which one was that? That was the new
Forza 5 on Xbox One. Yeah, but
It's coming out, so.
hopefully that'll be good. But yeah. Look, please, if you're a racing fan, Project Cars looks phenomenal and it feels good.
Actually, to take it back, if you're a real racing fan, you already know this because you're playing it right now.
You don't listen. You don't need to play. You don't need to play the beta. You don't need to play no beta. You don't need to play what alphabet, whatever it is. If you want to play the game, just wait till it come out because it's gonna be dope. You know, Hacks plays Alpha Bills, whatever. But you don't need to do that.
Yeah,
Listen to me.
People like me are the ones that make the game good because we get the.
Yeah, thank you for Hacks, and thanks to guys like Hacks. But listen to me. You wanted the finished product. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to do all that. Right. Anyway, I give that game a definite pass. That game is awesome.
It does have issues though. The controls are still slightly twitchy.
Well, that was it was a demo, but it felt good though. Still, it felt good. It was okay. It could have been slightly twitchy, but it felt good to me. It felt real good to me.
Okay, enough about bootleg Gran Turismo. Let's talk about RPGs. Sales of Zillia 2.
That's Zilly 2.
All right.
I think you
Just let me know when y'all done so I can go.
Exactly. No, Nitro. Yo, y'all go. You want me to go?
Okay, I played the fucking game. I'm going from a perspective of a casual Tales game fan. I want to get.
Somebody who doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, practically. But I managed to get 12 hit combos at every freaking
12
time.
hit combos. Those are like, yo, Eric. Yeah, people's gotta hear that. Like 12 hit combos are like no. Those are like just like XXXR. Yeah. Okay.
Sully, like a slow clap.
All right. I'm gonna be a gentleman this time. I'm sorry.
You want 5 shots?
Look, I've been had tournament wins. I've been had tournament.
Wait, there are tournaments for Tales?
No, not yet. Yes. Been had tournament wins.
I'm
You
joking. Can you
niggas needs lives, man.
Yo, still continue.
continue?
Continue.
After
Yeah, the-
Carlos's momentous
12-hit combo.
momentous victory.
Then I got fucking bored.
Oh,
After
This is why you're
Trump,
fired.
are you serious right now?
Yo,
look, the environments looked a lot better than any Tales game that I have seen so far. The characters look a lot. The character design looks a lot better. If you've been avoiding Tales because it looks like Candy Crush shit, then this is the Tales game for you.
Yo,
silence
I think.
rage.
I think.
I'm sorry, you can't say shit. Do you have the art degree? Oh no.
The art to
What?
say.
Yo, time out. What the hell does that have to do with anything?
Yo,
When I'm talking about character design, when I think about
That's like telling me that I can't appreciate a fucking burlap sack because you have the fucking basket weaving degree. But you know what? It's okay. Go ahead. Before I tell you to don't pass the mic, you can't hold it. but
so if you are about for the so if you are like the 10 plus people who are playing Tales while everyone else playing Persona,
you can't use my joke.
stop it. You mean like the? Never mind, I'm out here. I'm waiting because I'm just like I'm just building up to an
Sally,
explosion.
please. just let Elle finish so you can go ahead.
Keep going, Carlos.
keep going. So while you're busy playing Persona and Final Fantasy, Tales is actually building up to a much better reputation here in the States. The controls are a lot smoother. They have like this kind of free system where you have to pick a target and you can move around, but in the demo, don't fucking bother. Because most of your friends will do the fighting for you, so yeah. Unless you have like 3 other people to play with you.
Somebody give me some fucking booze now before I kill this man.
Are you serious?
Give me some fucking booze. I'm gonna kill him.
Where's my tea?
That shit is fire.
But that's none of my
Keep going.
wait.
I'm gonna go a half hour with fucking Venom, son.
Are you done?
Are you done making a fool of yourself?
Oh no, we're not even done yet. We're not even done yet. I am gonna continually shit on your childhood love until I'm done.
Well, if you were going to do that,
You're like
then we'd be
5,
talking
what?
about Sonic the Hedgehog. Come on.
You lost points for that, man. What are we telling you about singing, son? What are you talking about singing?
Stop. Come on. Are you
All right, let's be
Are you
serious.
finished? Are you finished making a fool?
We want to move on.
I'm kidding.
To be honest, yes. Look, this is a great RPG. No doubt. But, you know, there's still a lot about this that could be improved in order to get a greater audience. I've talked to the guy behind the PR, and he says it takes a lot of difficulty in order to get localization from Tales.
Like I said.
So, who wants to find out what Tales of Ceridia is coming out? Because I found out.
Yo, barkeep, booze? Barkeep, I'm serious. This gets me fucked up. I don't get something to drink.
You want to start the fight? I'm ready to go, man.
Say what you got to say. Sales is coming out when?
Tales is coming out on August 18th. What? If you don't like a Tales game and you never played a Tales game, play Tales of Xillia 2. That's the only Tales game you actually will give a fuck about. There. Done. Get ready to cross counter.
When is it
Bring it
coming
up. August 18 for PS3. Also, Tales of Xillia is on its way, coming PS4. And I think current gen systems, I'm not so sure. The PR guy didn't really. Really? I'm sorry. Did you got the lowdown? Or you
I haven't played it. I've seen people play. I've seen the gameplay from my fellow, associates here.
Associates now.
Associates.
Your boss nigga.
Huh?
Your boss nigga. You're
They
fired.
call him boss.
They call him boss nigga.
Oh man, 1970s. That's almost fun. But in all honesty, the game is better than Carlos is putting it out to be. It's almost typical Tales fare for those of you that are fans of Tales. I think in my personal opinion, the last Tales game I've actually played was Tales of Vesperia, simply because I had an Xbox 360 at the time. So I didn't really play any of the other ones. But, I mean, as Carlos said, August 18th. Anybody else got anything to say about it? I mean, I think it's just typical Tales fare.
No, I need you to blow him up because I need a boost right now to finish this.
Yo.
I need boost right now.
All right, so Sully's passed me the mic. I don't know what the hell friggin' Carlos is talking about. Elf is a nut, and you shouldn't listen to him, and he should feel bad.
You should feel bad for playing Tales.
But anyway, as the resident, actual Tales fan here, I'm going to tell you what the actual RPG is from somebody who can do more than a 12-hit combo. And then say that, doesn't know the buttons, is playing a demo build that doesn't have over half of the options or any of the skills, only 5 arts per character, and then is going to say that he got bored. This is why you suck at fighting games too. But we're not going to get into that. But so
They suck at fighting games, but I'm good at fighting. So
whatever. Anyway, so Tales of Xillia 2. But you shut the fuck up. I'll let you go. And you done killed my damn vibe. But I'm gonna go into this. If you played Tales of Xillia 1, then you pretty much know what to expect. It comes with the same battle system, which is actually a pretty good battle system.
Link arts actually make things, work.
Yeah, Link arts is definitely a fun. I'm pretty sure Elf couldn't do one because he couldn't figure out how to friggin' press an art. Chill out. But anyway, so Elf couldn't figure out how to do anything in the game, so he got bored. But if you actually know how to play the game, then you'll feel right at home jumping right into it.
I mean, the one new mechanic they have was just for Ludger, where you can switch between 3 weapons.
Yes. See, the new things aren't necessarily the mechanics of the game. It's the characters. You get to play with Gaius finally.
I know.
And if you've played Tales of Xillia 1, then you know how badass that is. That dude is ridiculous.
He's in a business
walking
now.
around in a business suit. He's in a suit. Alvin's in a suit, and they're just kicking ass. And Gaius is absolutely ridiculous.
He's worth
just
every
as
penny,
why do you think I think
he's just as
better?
He's just as fun. Nobody's talking about the character design, dumbass Elf. But anyway,
Compare
he's
Gaius
just
versus fucking Lloyd from Symphonia, who looks like a.
we're not talking about retarded Lloyd. Lloyd sucks. Elf, please, man. Let me rock. Let me rock. All right. Anyway, if you played Xillia 1 and Elf hasn't,
And
you know how.
Actually, it's so well. That's gonna make a second one.
Oh my God.
Continue.
Anyway,
Hey,
so you know
watch it.
you know how godlike Gaius is. He's just as godlike as when you fought him as a boss in Tales of Xillia. He has all the moves, so you can.
full screen.
Yeah, he has full screen beast with the huge range. They didn't nerf him at all, and they let you play with this man. So that's pretty ridiculous. You should have a whole lot of fun with that. I got the lowdown on the story a little bit, but the demo was partway through the game, and it was only so you could really just play around with the system.
Right, but they didn't. Well, even when you try to play the game for the story, they didn't really give you much. I felt like it was a situation kind of thing right there.
Yeah, you'll have to play it, to actually get the full lowdown on it. But all the returning characters come back. So if you're a fan of Xillia, then you get to play with all your Jude and Milla and Leia and everybody. Everybody's back.
Leia got a character design change. So did Alfred, and like 3 people changed.
Well, their clothes are different and their hair's a little different.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think they look better now.
Yeah.
Better than they did in the first game, but that's neither here or there.
Yeah,
All of all the returning characters have different character designs. They come back with all their moves. It's still a really fun game to play. Unfortunately, I did ask about a couple of things that all Tales fans want to know. There is no dual audio again. They still don't know if they're bringing out Vesperia for PS3, which they're probably not.
Who knows?
But who knows? What else? Again, the build didn't really have too much
Combo exploration.
you couldn't really combo too much because it was probably on easy for people like Elf who can't really combo. But you can't.
Wait. Lugger had one new mechanic. He gets when he has full, he gets I would say like a mystic armor. Right. He's unhittable.
So yeah, he has like this Super Saiyan mode.
Yeah.
Where it's really interesting. He turns into like this demon or something like that,
and all attacks from each of his art looks like it was able. He had some of his axe art, his sword arts, and gun arts were usable.
Yeah,
Isn't it basically Overdrive?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's something like Overdrive, but his is a little special in which he becomes the only character on the screen for a while, which normally doesn't happen in Overdrive, and he completely changed forms. All of his arts kind of change and become different, He becomes able to like spam arts a lot easier,
Link 'em easier.
and link them. And the other thing about Ludger is that he can switch between weapons. He has
It's about
dual
one frame
blades.
cancel?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
the
like
one
some
frame cancel.
ridiculous cancel where he has dual blades,
An axe.
then he has dual pistols, and then he has like this big sledgehammer thing.
Yeah.
And you can pretty much switch between them. And every time you switch, you have access to a whole new set of arts. So
Which makes his Link arts a lot interesting. I mean, he had one with Gaius called like Dark Void. That was sick. Where he just like Gaius
Yeah.
slash you tornado. He like flows godlike.
yeah, but so he pretty much has 3 times the arts, always accessible. He's a pretty dope character.
Casual observation: did anyone actually pick the weird fairy?
Oh, Muse?
Music I did once.
We
It's-
already
she
know.
does.
Yeah, we already know what she does. She also does the same things that she did in.
She's just pretty much
Silly One.
I honestly ignored her because she looked like a fucking fairy.
Gaius is a boss,
Gaius
so,
is a
yeah.
boss.
Guy,
If more people look like Gaius, if more games look like Tales of Xillia, I think Tales will be more popular over in the
It
States.
Look.
depends. I mean, they got like I heard they didn't bring back 2 directors from retirement to make this game good.
well, and here's the thing: Tales isn't necessarily not popular because of its art direction or whatever. It's not popular because it's not really advertised
No, they
or
don't.
marketed to Americans. And it's JRPGs. JRPGs normally
It's a niche.
is a niche market.
And
But
I mean, for the most part, I mean, in this park, I think the main JRPG, and I don't even think you can really call Persona a JRPG.
It is.
well, it is.
I mean, it is, but I mean, it's the most popular JRPG in America at this point.
Unless you count Final Fantasy.
I mean, besides,
even that.
I mean, it's one. If you say it like that, it's 1-2 with Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy's 1, Persona's 2, hands down.
For outside of that, JRPGs aren't marketed too much in America.
Yeah, I mean, Bravely Default was pretty much the only other one that was really pushed.
Yeah.
I mean, even Fire Emblem wasn't that push. That's SRPG.
And even then, it was being pushed through the nostalgia of Final Fantasy, so people were just
yeah,
going
pretty
on with
much. And Final Fantasy on the Nintendo console. Yeah.
that. Also, to feel fire to that whole Vesperia thing, what I was talking, he told me that Tales of Vesperia is getting really close to getting a negotiation to go to PS3.
It's a potential.
But right now, they're focusing on localization.
It's already out on PS3.
It's on-
It's already
It's
on- it's on
imported.
j-
getting
imported.
the localization.
Yeah, the localization. They're trying to get their
I
best
know,
on that.
They've been trying to get it for years now.
It's been like
but
what, 4 years, 5 years?
but the thing is, the window's closing on PS3 games. So
And right
It
now
might
they're
end up having
they're focusing right now on getting the release dates for the newer Tales games closer to the Japanese ones. So
Exactly.
you'll see Tales of Zeridia more than Tales of Vesperia at any point.
probably,
Let's move on,
but
let's move on.
but alright. So Tales of Hearts 2, or Hearts R.
I like that one.
It looks like
Vesperia.
Vesperia.
It like old joke aside, like it looks like Vesperia. I couldn't pay attention much to the main characters. There was no right stick, blow up. Yo, but honestly,
the messed up setups.
Yo,
Just pretend it's Symphonia without the other stakes, man.
Symphonia sucks ass.
Symphonia was meh. Symphonia is a good gateway, but not the best. That's my respect.
As far as Tales go,
Yeah, exactly. But honestly, like it played well. The main character Beast is not Gaius Beast, but he just punches you. Just be like, he the dick, nigga. That was godlike. This Beast is just punch. Like, yo, he just punches you. That's godlike.
I like this guy already. Tell me more.
maybe you should have played that instead of Zillia 2 so you can shit on it, dumbass.
But honestly, it feels the game is okay.
I gotta understand, Gabe played it a little bit.
Yeah, I had a touch of that. I didn't really get too deep into it because they had that and also a Sword Art game on the same setup.
That one was pretty good too.
I didn't get to check out
I played it. That was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, the Sword Art game plays a bit like a dot hack game, in that you have an automatic AI partner, and
It was like dot hack.
you have an automatic AI partner. You have left stick controls movement, right stick controls camera when the right stick exists.
No right.
But
Someone sold that.
But yeah, face buttons controlled the special attacks, because when you got into a neutral attack mode, you automatically attacked. So special attacks were what you used at your discretion, and you could switch between modes for the character by pressing the right button, and special arts like weapon skills or whatever using the left button. More weapon arts actually.
Alright,
Sounds cool.
so let's move on to another game we forgot to talk about before we get to the big one.
All right.
I think we forgot to talk about Digimon All-Star Rumble. I think we did.
And it's done.
Power Stone, we're done.
I mean, comes out November 11, 2014.
Oh, okay. So
Anything else?
It is. I am going to confidently say that it's the next candidate to be on Evo, It's this, that big.
Yo, word.
All right, cut the mic. Stop this man.
Well, we can't get this.
Digimon Fusion Evo 2017.
If that happens,
This is why nobody listens to you, Elf.
if that happens, I think the entire FGC would just implode. Like Digimon.
I mean, they can't even get nothing.
No, we would all digivolve.
No, guys, the FGC should have imploded if that My Little Pony fighting game came out.
Yo, how you gonna hate? That game was godlike.
I'm not hating.
Get Bionic Pony, nigga.
I know, no, but
That shit's why.
alright, but look, on the real though, what makes you think that this game is gonna get to Evo if they can't even get a goddamn Naruto game on Evo?
My nigga, he was trolling.
My nigga.
Jesus. Next.
Yo, get
Next. Next.
Yo, one game.
Hey, yo, Digimon, comments?
Yo, hacks and silence.
No.
Double silence.
See, the silence says everything.
I watched Digimon a couple days ago on TV, and I looked at it, and I was like, "Oh my god,
Face palm.
what is this shit?"
I mean, come on.
So I'm going to make that clear for our audience. Hax's official response is ...
Alright, so from Cross Wars to Dark Souls, let's talk about.
Yeah, I think the last game.
All right, yo. The last thing. Lords of the Fallen.
Wait to interrupt me, guys. I was about to.
Man, you don't get to announce this type of stuff, man. You're the new guy. Out of here.
What the fuck is my coffee?
Right.
Where's our coffee?
Yo, Nyaka. Like, what? Yo, who said this shit? Anyway,
Yo, go.
Where's our coffee, man?
I'm serious. It's been like 2 hours. Oh wait. This is tea, nigga. Ah!
Matt, you don't understand. We're not in Starbucks. We're in a park. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yo, you didn't have to put Arsenal on blast like
I
that.
already threw it out of Matt's face. I need more.
Well, that's your fault, you dummy. Why'd you do that? You always got to resort to physical violence when somebody is blowing you up.
Link Arts is R2. Next time you play the game, remember that. R2.
Yeah, remember that. You know, you might be able to see the cool stuff. But yo, Lords of the Fallen. Lords of the Fallen.
Hacks.
It's coming out for PS4. It's Dark Souls.
That's Nitro and Hacks.
Lords of the Fallen is the love child creation from Deck 13 and CI Games, who basically have an affinity with the Soul series. They actually modeled the game after the Soul series. And at first glance, it looks like it's a Soul series game. It looks similar to the, Dark Souls 2. There's a lot of similarities. When you die, you don't lose souls, you lose XP. The mechanics are similar. The approach to the game is similar. Even the structure and the environments are similar. But exactly. But the game itself, the gameplay itself, there's a lot of differences, and it's sad because the game it's going to get compared to the Dark Souls by default, even though they said they wanted to make it more of an action role-playing game.
Well, the problem though, they give the players too much.
You give too much, and that's the thing I didn't like. There's too much going on, and then at the same time take away. So, for example, first of all, I don't like the fact that the health bars and the mana bars and the stamina bars they're pretty much like placeholders. And we talked about this. A couple guys and I talked about this on NeoGAF. And we hope to God that they're placeholders. It doesn't look like they're placeholders. Looks like they're there to stay, and it's really cheesy. As far as the mechanics go, as far as weapons are concerned, all right. If you take a look at Dark Souls, they're for lack of a better word, they're classy. They're nonchalant. They're not, hey, here's your health bar. Wow, here we go. Here's your mana. Wow. It's sort of integrated. It has a better user experience. For lack of a better word.
Exactly.
Right.
So you don't have
right.
to, you were playing. You were trying to manage your stamina and your magic for no reason. Within Dark Souls, it's bom bom.
Now, a lot of things that I didn't really care too much for. Again, it's not the same game, but it's going to get the same. It's going to get compared a lot. When you switch to a shield, yeah, hold on. So the similarities between Lords of the Fallen and Dark Souls are going to continue. My biggest gripe is I'm a huge fan of the Souls series. I played through Demon Souls twice. I beat Demon Souls on the PlayStation 3 twice. I played it on the PC, the next edition of it, twice. I played Dark Souls 2 on the PlayStation once, and I played it on the PC 4 times. Not counting once on the PS3, twice on the computer.
Well, how many playthroughs you up to this, sir?
On the PC.
Dark Souls 2.
Dark Souls 2 alone on the PC, I'm up to my 5th playthrough.
Only the 2. Fuck you.
I have a 267 soul level as well, which is not helping me.
I respect
It's
that.
not helping me. It's getting my ass kicked.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that I don't really care for. They take a lot of things away at the same time, give you more stuff. Classic example, and it could be by design. They're not trying to bite off the game, but Dark Souls, all the Demon Souls games give you access to 2 weapons at any given time. In this game, you have to switch up.
Yeah.
You can't switch. You have to go to the start menu, change up, add your weapon, go back in. I don't like that. Within the Souls series, from you can switch it up from a dual hand to a single hander.
Really? That's the only switch you can do mid.
Take your shit out.
Yeah, and the worst part is like they give you two, like you have a dagger, sword, axe. Like there's too much stuff. Like just give me 2 weapons.
I mean, and the biggest thing I didn't like about was the magic use. It was like once, and that was it. I didn't understand that system. It's like once you hit the button and use your magic, you were done. Even though you had more mana, you were done. You couldn't use it again.
Why does the game have a cooldown for magic and a mana bar?
And well, stamina is just still.
Yeah, I mean, but having them both at the same time is kind of redundant because you have magic cooldowns, and you need mana. You need to conserve mana too. Like that
was the
sucks.
whole, yeah, exactly.
That was the whole thing. Now, in Dark Souls, you could play a straight melee character, a straight caster, or you could play a hybrid. You had limitations. You could use magic all you want, but your magic wasn't as strong as if you were a straight, caster. And here, your magic is fantastic. It does a lot of damage, but you use it once and you're probably not going to use it again until you die again, which is
Silly.
It's really odd. I don't understand that decision. But the game itself, it's solid, but the things I didn't really care too much about was the controls. A lot of people say the Souls series controls are very clunky, very slow. It's a method to the madness. It's to make you commit. It's not to make you, I'm going to attack. Oh wait, I'm going to hit this button to cancel. No, once you hit that swing button, you are committed. You can't cancel out. You can't move out the way. You have to think about what you do before you do it.
Kind of like old school Castlevania back in the day, right?
Right. And here, I don't know if it was done the same way or if it was done on purpose, but it just felt odd. It felt off. The weapons didn't feel any different from usage. The dodge felt very slow.
Yeah.
It was a very slow dodge. The character itself was very slow, and the camera was terrible.
I think it was fixed behind you rather than above you, like in Dark Souls. Yeah, it was like literally behind you.
If you dodged the wrong way, the camera was all over the place. You're like, how am I gonna get back? What the hell's going on? What's going on?
Yeah.
It's a good game. I won't say that it's bad, but it needs a lot of fixing before it comes out, and it comes out in 2 months.
Yeah, and I think it needs, I would say, more individual characteristics, because if it doesn't want to be compared to Dark Souls, it's gonna have something that makes Lords of Fallen.
The game has a huge me too, and that's a bad thing. Regardless if people say, hey, this is completely different from Dark Souls, it doesn't make a difference. As soon as people see the game, hey, this is like Dark Souls.
Exactly.
Exactly like Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Like imitating the art, it's imitating everything from like the aesthetic style to the gameplay.
Not even that. I think the aesthetic style is even worse because it looks incredibly overdressed. It looks like Joe Mad was designing Dark Souls and putting everything on layer to distract people from the subpar gameplay.
See, I wasn't even getting to the whole, Pablo Picasso analysis and nothing like that.
He went to art school.
I know you went to art. Rembrandt over here went to art school. But what I'm saying is that aesthetically, it's in the same style as Dark Souls.
It has the same themes because
it has themes.
And,
Fine.
And to be fair, okay, Dark Souls didn't invent the genre, but it is the leader. It is the one that is recognized. If you see this kind of genre, Dark Souls, Demon Souls will automatically be compared to it. It doesn't make a difference who came out as the roguelike dungeon slasher.
Yeah.
Dark Souls will always be, until something dethrones it, the one everybody similarizes that genre with. It's just how it is.
Just looking at the fucking graphics.
Okay, just like Street Fighter. Fighter. Oh, you play Street Fighter. Because I like fighting games. You must play Street Fighter.
Yeah.
It is a God-given.
Right.
It's default.
Well, and here's the other thing. Even not so much as it being a default. If you're going to copy a game, generally you're going to copy it in either theme or function. And if you copy it in both, then you're really just a ripoff.
Can I add something to this? Doesn't Namco publish the Soul series?
Yeah.
And this is a game that they developed themselves in house.
If they had made it a little better and called it like, I don't know, freaking Twilight Souls or some other crap, then it would probably go over better. But now that it's Lords of the Fallen, it's like you're comparing it to Dark Souls instead of being like the next in the Souls series.
Let me ask. Looking at the video, it felt a lot slower.
It was.
It was.
I was going to chime in that I don't know if it's a limitation of the PlayStation 4. I don't know if it needs more optimization. I don't know. It definitely wasn't a steady frame rate either. It was dropping. I don't know if it's meant to go to 60. I don't know.
Because of all the shit that they put on there, I felt. You know what it reminds me of? Soul Calibur fucking 4. Ever since that Ever since that customization, that crap, everything got slower because more people add more highly rendered objects onto the character. When you have less objects on the character, it moves faster. That's why Dark Souls is much faster. The character design, there's less.
No, like I said, I'll go.
Looking at that one guy.
I want to compare it because I play a lot of Dark Souls too, and I play it on my PC. And the fact that I can look at the PC and I can bump the high resolution up, I can pump the AA up, and I can put everything up, and I feel that it looks better than this right now, or as close, while running 60 frames per second. Obviously, that's not the same on a console, but
So you're saying the PS4 might have a limitation on that?
it might have optimization issues. I can't say because nobody can tell us. But the problem with this game is twofold, and a lot of it is controls. And I feel bad for this game. I wanted this when it first hit the stores, but now I'm like, I'm gonna have to wait and see on reserve. And at the same time, nothing is this game's got going for it is when it comes out. This game is coming out in October. Do you know how many games are coming out in October right now? This game is going to get overshadowed.
Theoretically, yeah.
It would have to have a Souls in the title in order to get some sort of attention.
The minute somebody buys a game and plays it and it says this game is XYZ, this is not good.
But regardless, someone bought and played it just on the branding alone.
Souls, it would get more people to buy it.
I will buy this game, but they need to fix. If anything, they need to fix it. They need to fix the camera and they need to fix the controls.
If anything, if you're going to play Me Too to Dark Souls, then you need to stand out from yourself, not only in controls but thematically.
And if anything, it'll keep me busy until the next Dark Souls 2 DLC comes out, and when Bloodborne comes out next year for the PlayStation 4. I will tell you what, that game will sell for a little bit until next year, when From Software and Studio Japan Bloodborne comes out. Then nobody's going to care about that game. Nobody.
So 1999 by February, right?
Probably not, just off of the strength that it's a PS4 game.
Oh, my bad.
So games.
$39.99.
So GameStop bargain bin by next year.
You don't get bargain bin like 2-3 years from now. Yeah, you're not gonna get PS4 games bargain bin in GameStop.
You'd be surprised.
Not yet.
I think
You will find that on Steam sale though.
Oh yeah. Every other 2 seconds.
You'll find it on Steam sale real quick.
Dude, it's gonna. I'm not gonna make a bet, but I think by at least the spring sale of next year, the summer sale of next year, it'll be very low price. 70% off.
I think maybe around Christmas.
Christmas of next year or Christmas
If
of this
it's
year?
not a good game,
Really?
it'll go on Steam sale for like a lot sooner.
They might give them an initial pre-order sale.
Like they Steam puts things on heavy discount after it's sold like a whole lot, or after it's not selling at all.
Like I said, if they fix the couple issues that they have,
It's the camera and the
it'll be
controls.
all right. It'll be okay.
Yeah. Like otherwise,
Well,
it still has, except for that floating knife stab at you.
Yo, how do you float over a hole?
Yo, he
Did a bigger dude fell down? Bigger dude fell down the hole.
Who was faster
You
than
just
you?
stepped right over that joint and said,
Like
"Bop."
said,
I was like,
Because that was Magic Dagger Jesus, man.
The very same point, I kept going back and forth trying to get the guy to fall through the hole, and he flew over the hole. And I'm like, what the hell? Why is he
And the
not
worst part is we
falling?
thought that through. Like, drag him to the hole. Right?
That's
Physics, motherfucker. Physics.
That is poor game physics at its finest.
No, man, I just call that some bullshit.
But you know what?
But you
It's
got
still a
movies,
lot
so who
better
cares?
than playing Dark Souls and getting to a point where you can't see anything. It's completely dark. You get to an edge, and a giant
say
skeleton
someone
kicks
got
your ass off the stage.
That still sounds more fun than this game.
No, it's not. It's
No.
very frustrating.
I feel.
All right, so
Anyway,
I guess
is that it? Are we done?
We're done with garbage Dark Souls 2. All right,
we're done with Fallen. Okay.
we're done with Fallen.
All right, so that was about it. So,
That was about it. I mean,
impressions of the event, everybody?
I liked it. The guys were great.
yeah,
guys are really good.
Good staff. you know,
Yeah,
it was fun.
I had a
It
good
was-
time. The
it
people
was-
were cool.
It was definitely more
More informal
Sony
than
dominated. Sony dominated. How's that? It was definitely more Sony dominated. There was everything there was everything that was console wide was either PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4, with the exception of the 3DS games. You know, there was no Xbox 360, there was no Xbox One.
typical Japanese video game
Exactly,
attitude.
like it's a Japanese developer. I don't really expect any less.
Oh, and shout out to the community manager for inviting us. That was great.
Yo, Jack was a pretty.
Shout out to Jay. Shout out to everybody we met at the event. You know who
shout
you
out to
are.
Lee for telling me the story of the game because I was good. Like, let's do it too.
Yeah, you know.
It was fun.
It was a good event.
Also, shout out to Clint for showing up on his first event, hanging out with us.
Yeah, you know, not bad for your first podcast, boy.
For a black guy.
Yo,
Yeah, we didn't say this. We didn't say you could talk, but
Whoa, hold on. This ain't my first rodeo, boy. This ain't my first podcast at all.
No.
Your first podcast with us.
Therefore, which is a real podcast. Like, we got money. Like, you see this dollar bill, son? Who got the suit money?
I still don't have my
I
coffee.
do.
I still don't have my coffee, but it's all right, man.
where's my yogurt?
But honestly, guys, oh man.
Final thoughts, everybody.
Tails, we getting Tails. Finally, it's happening.
I would have loved to see some Tekken.
Harada-san. Yo, where's Idleman?
I would have loved to see.
Yeah, that's true.
I know, but I would have loved to see.
Nah. I am looking forward to Longest Day. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Everybody should get Longest Day. It is just pure, crystalline, awesome, man.
I hope Harada comes next year so I can ask him how his wife feels.
Yeah, I have to.
Which
say,
one?
I have
Ono?
to,
No, Harada.
No, exactly. His wife was Ono.
right, I have to say, two games: Project Cars and Ranko, and those are the two games that I'm looking for. Yeah, those are the two games I'm looking forward to.
Ranko and why not Tails?
All right, so final thoughts. Tails is godlike. Elf is a loser. Learn to play. You scrub. All right, and shout outs to females. I love them. And I'm not looking at you,
Yo, but for real.
but I'm just saying.
Shout out to females, though.
Yep,
Shout out to females. Straight up. That is what we have. That's what we're about now. Let's check out a new podcast.
ladies, y'all are awesome. And all that good stuff. Anyway,
Shout out to Continental.
Okay. Shout out to Hacks for getting all of us out here. Shout out to all you guys for being awesome, except you.
that
No,
was Clint, by the way.
I wanted to make sure it was non-specific. Non-specific.
No,
This is an awesome, and I hope we can have more roundtable discussions with the Outerhaven crew all at once.